Hello everybody, I'm Dominion, and today I'm going to be walking around Inferno, telling you what I think about it, and towards the end of the video I'm going to show you some smokes and flashes that I thought up of for this map. So yeah, let's get to it. This is CT spawn, roughly where you'll start. It's way more spacious than it used to be. You can still go under here. No, you can't actually. But you can still save on lettuce if you try. Or you can get stuck here. Wow, I found a new bug. Volvo, fix your game. But yeah, you can still save here. It's just a bit more difficult to jump up because you don't jump in the middle of this, you jump in the middle of this, otherwise you won't fit. So you have to jump around here. And then from here you can also get here, but I don't know why you would want to do that. So moving on, let's go through ruins, which I would prefer to call church now because look at those majestic windows. Just look at them. It's still under construction though, so it makes sense. They removed the crossfire here, and there's this new position. You can't look over to CT anymore, but there's still a place on which you can stand. So, I mean, you could surprise someone. There is still the saving spot, but it's in a slightly different position. And this place is pretty much the same, except there's some coffins and there isn't this ledge that you can jump up. It's still here though. And now this is a thing. There's no spools. There's some nukes in coffins. I'm guessing there's some nukes in these coffins as well. Apparently not. Okay. But yeah, it's not spools anymore. It's coffins, and you can look way easier into sandbags, which has been opened up, but I'll talk about that later. Drill is still pretty much the same. There's a lot more space on the site, and dark is not dark anymore, which is a little weird. I think it was cool how it was. It was a nice hiding spot. I wish they didn't remove it. There's still the new box, or ninja as I call it. I'm not sure if you can jump up here because I haven't tried, as in boosting, but you cannot jump here from the fountain. And you can, I don't think you can jump from there to the top of the fountain, but as you can see, you can climb up here on your own. Unfortunately, you can't jump anywhere, it's too far. They added this new corner, which is a nice spot for you if you push up a little. And sandbags. Oh my god, look at that space. Like, that is a lot of space. I don't know if I like that. And as if you've probably noticed, there's no taxi. It's some weird barrels with a wooden plank. I prefer taxi, to be honest. But pillars have been removed, so it's a lot easier to see here for the oppers. I don't know if it's not a little too easy. This wall might be a bit too close and too small. The T's don't have much chance anymore. I mean, they could hug the wall and hide here, but still, for this part, they are extremely visible. Logs hasn't changed much. You can't see into taxi as much anymore. And they are a bit shorter. So this also gives the T's a slight disadvantage. Unless you can wallbang. It's not a difficult place to wallbang. You just aim here and shoot. Chickens are still here. So yeah, and there's a nice flower pot. The graphics definitely did get it. Oh, I'm sorry. The graphics did definitely get a nice update. So yeah, I'm going to move on to T-Spawn now. So the music in T-Spawn is still here. And T-Spawn is a lot more open. as you can see. And there's this nice canal here. It's got this nice spinning wheel. I would live here. I mean, there's a bike. This place is a lot wider. You can't block unless you're a two-man pre-made and you both stand in the doorway, but I don't think there's any point in doing that. You might be able to block here though, but that's not a problem since there are two entrances now. This one leads out to an Italian radio that I can't destroy, a moped, a bike, and second mid. This used to be in 1.6 if I recall correctly, and it's definitely a nice addition. So second mid hasn't really been changed much, except that there's a lot less cover. There's no roof here. Well, I mean there is, but it's really small. Squeaky is still here. And house. It's been opened up. The door's been smashed. There's a cool new window. I really like this. The walls, they look so much better. There's also this new part of house. It looks pretty much the same, except graphical update. Kitchen is a lot more modern. This place also looks better. There's a cool picture. And here there's no hut anymore. There's just a bench. You can't really hide here anymore. Troll, save, I don't know what you did. Also in second mid, there's no hay bales. There are just stairs and a wall. You can still jump up to balcony. And it's pretty easy. So, let's go into apartments. Balcony room. Quite a bit bigger. The windows. Finally, they made them windows. Normal windows. That you can actually see through. Both the T's and the CT's. This was needed because I think the CT's had a little bit of an unfair advantage. It was really difficult to see them through here, but also they couldn't like snipe into base of second mid. And here's probably the biggest change in apartments. There's no dark room anymore. I don't know what I think about this, but since there's this place, it's okay. This place hasn't been changed much, except these railings are, I think, a little bit easier to see through than the previous ones. And there's no car here. There is no car. You can't abuse this spot where you could watch into library. So that is really helpful. But they also opened pit a lot. You can't really hide behind the pillar anymore and just run around. You only have this wall. If you walk here, you're exposed from short. If you walk here, you're also exposed from short. So, yeah, and you can still use your main functions. I mean, people would usually just camp here with an op. Or maybe here. Could probably stand up here somehow, and it would be possible, and then drop down. Or I think this bench would be a better place. So moving on to graveyard, there are no railings, which makes it way easier to see people here. And that's really the only change. I also just noticed that it's a lot easier to see into balcony from here, because there's that open space. A site. It's so much more open now. There is no roof, so you can probably throw a flash over this, and everybody on site would just get flashed. So there's still this box. It just looks a lot better. There's still the corner. You can't abuse the bomb plant anymore to plant it in here and hide it. There's this box. I'm not sure if this was here. I'm actually not sure. I think it was a little further. This box is here, but you can't plant the bomb in this corner anymore. This place, the same. Not much has really changed. The mid box is still here. As I said, it's just way more open. And there's a moped standing next to graveyard. Also, the corner hasn't been changed much, but library has. It looks a lot better. It's not really much more open or closed. It's a lot brighter. and it looks more like a library. So yeah, we're back at CT spawn now. And highway has an open roof, so flashes are cool now. And smokes, we can invent some. And this part of highway is still pretty much the same. So now moving on to mid, which I never walked out of, T-spawn 2. Basically, it still has the same base part from T, where you can walk into house, but there's no hay which you can hide behind. There's this place, which it's way easier to get up onto, and it's still relatively easy to snipe mid. So that's the only change here. The ramp has a few steps. And mid itself, Ferrari doesn't have this wall on the side. The barrels are still here. Bench has been changed so that it's a lot more open. It's not just this small enclosed space from like here to here. What I don't like is that they haven't made it a lot easier to clear this place, as the walls are still like the same length. So basically you have to watch out both angles. And that's not very cool. But a major change, I think, is Rat, which is still bangable, but not to the same degree because it's stone. And you have to crouch through this part, but now here, you can actually run. You can run here. And I think that's useful for safe situations, escaping the enemy. You can't throw anything in here anymore. That's a major change. I should have guessed because there's a ceiling here. And I think that's pretty much it for the new Inferno. There's not much more to discuss. To be honest, I like the map quite a lot. I think the T's don't have, are at a disadvantage here. A bit too big of a disadvantage. Banana is too open right now, and maybe they should extend the wall over there or something. But other than that, this place looks cool. Now I'm going to move on to some smokes and flashes that I made up. And yeah, you're going to be the only ones that know these if you watch this video till the end. So yeah, thanks for watching. Another thing I forgot to mention, the skybox. I'm pretty sure it's been lowered. As you see, your smoke will bounce off. They should probably make it a bit higher because I liked the previous smoking spots. As weird as that sounds. Okay, so first smoke. Nice and simple. You go up to this corner. You aim at the top of the smoke, and you throw. What this does is it smokes off a crucial position, CT. There's no way for the CTs to get through or see anything, so they have to go through construct. So, second smoke. As you walk out of T-spawn, you'll notice this barrel to your right. Just go up to it, aim at the center of the left chimney, and jump throw. What this should do is go to taxi and bloom pretty quickly. But it blooms in a place that also covers the corner while you're crossing, but you can peek out at it. And also, the taxi is completely smoked. The actual spot in there. The person won't be able to see anything even when coming out, so if your teammates are here already and they hear footsteps, they will definitely shred this guy to pieces. So another smoke. As you walk out of T-spawn, you'll notice this flower pot, so stand on it and look right here and jump throw. This smoke will go all the way to mid and smoke it right in the center. This is good if you don't want any CTs to snipe you when you're there. So another smoke. As you're running from CT spawn, go up to this corner and left click, aim just a little to the left of this white peg in the top left and just throw. This smoke should go and bounce twice off that first roof, bounce once off this one, and put a smoke here. This will prevent any pushes. The T's can't really go through here without being smoked, and this is a little bit of a one-way. You could use this to your advantage. So, last smoke of the day. You walk up to this corner and you aim at the center of this window here. And this smoke should land right about here, covering you and enabling you to cross. But also, if the T's want to push, they'll have to do it either through here or here, which they're either smoked or at a disadvantage at peeking. And if they are going through mid, you can see that. That's why there is a gap. But if you don't want a gap, just aim at the top left corner and the smoke should land without leaving a gap. This is obviously safer. So, yeah. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Like, subscribe, and especially comment, because it took me like 2 hours to make this video. So yeah, also follow me on Twitter. See ya.